Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi and I'll be your tarot guide for today. I'm really happy to be creating a reading that was highly requested by some of you lovely subscribers. Somebody suggested that I would do a career check-in, and that's exactly what I will provide you with today. Some guidance on what is coming up next, what advice you might need to hear regarding your profession, your occupation, your studies, anything that you do out there in the world to earn a living and to actually think of it as meaningful work. So we're going to look at what is the energy at the moment in your professional life and what might be coming up next. I have here a choice of 6 tarot decks for you to choose from. Feel free to choose between the Voyager Tarot for Group 1, the Celtic Tarot for Group 2, the Good Tarot for Group 3, the Illuminated Tarot for Group 4, the Muse Tarot for Group 5, and the Dreams of Gaia Tarot for Group 6. I will live shuffle from these tarot decks so that you may see the cards, and also I'm going to be pulling some cards from these 3 oracle decks just to see what clarifiers we might need to discover. I am going to pull a card from the Sibyl's Oraculum to see the challenge that might be appearing in your work life. Then I'm going to pull a card from the Secrets of the Mystic Grove to see how you will deal with that challenge. And finally, I have here the Rune Oracle, the German version. I'm going to pull a card from this beautiful set to see as well if there is a positive or a negative outcome to your situation. I aim to provide you with as much information as I'm able to see at the moment, as well as what Spirit allows me to tap into during this period. I hope that you will enjoy this reading. If you enjoy this kind of content, please make sure to like this video, please subscribe, and comment down below for the engagement. I truly appreciate all your support. And all this being said, I think we should just get into it. Let's see what's going to happen in your professional world. Hello Group 1, so this is for those of you that were drawn to the Voyager Tarot. Let's see what career energy I'm able to pick up on in your situation. You've been through some things, you've been through some challenges. I'm picking up on the energy of a thorn. A thorn is stuck in your side. It's like you're sitting on needles. It feels like a really uncomfortable energy. You keep coming up against limit and limit, limit upon limit, block against block, challenge over challenge. Also, your native tongue might not be English. I feel that this is a reading for somebody who has English as a second language. Okay. Good, so the cards that you got are the Sage of Cups, the Regenerator. This is a really good energy to begin with. The Sage of Cups is almost the equivalent of the King of Cups. This talks about Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, and I see here masculine energy. Now, this could be a man in your life, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio that you work with, and this individual can have a highly regenerative aspect. This person makes your day. This person helps support and guides you at work. This could also be your energy. If you are a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio Sun, you are identifying more with your masculine energy at work, where we naturally tend to make use of our animus more than anything else, because we are being asked to do a lot of things, to compete. We are being asked to present, to talk, to chase, to accomplish, and these are natural masculine energies. So we see here with the Page of Cups, I think that you're afraid that you might be downgraded. You're afraid that people will find out that you did mistakes at work. This is not going to be the case. It's more like limiting beliefs. I'm picking up on a sense of imposter syndrome with you, Group 1. You are actually quite brilliant. You radiate in this period. You have a lot of inspiring ideas, and your communications will improve. It could be that the current transit of Mercury retrograde has thrown you in for a head spin. Maybe you felt like you were accomplishing a lot of things, but Mercury retrograde showed you a lot of cracks in those things that you have accomplished. But these are all fears generated by an illusion. It's not really reality. You are doing really well. I see here that you will have these brilliant moments, these flashes of insights and inspiration, as you will continue to talk to people about the things you love and what excites you about your work. So keep doing that. Keep talking, keep communicating, ask people for advice. I see very clearly that a conversation with a water sign at work is going to make you feel very nurtured and supported. So if you are in doubt about your performance at work or in your studies, then please go and talk to this wonderful listener. For some of you, just a small group of you out there, it might be helpful in this period to talk to a career counselor, to somebody that does psychology applied to the workspace, so an occupational therapist, for example, or an occupational psychologist. You might need to go and undertake a personality inventory just to find out what typology you are and whether it is accurately applied to your strengths and maybe weaknesses in your workspace. Because obviously you want to make use of your strengths and abilities, and you want to diminish or improve upon your weaknesses. We all have them, and there is no shame in admitting that there are some things that you might need to correct in your behavior, and there are some things that you're naturally very good at. I do feel, though, that most of these fears and these self-limiting beliefs come from self-doubt. They do not actually reflect in your behavior, in your work, and in your performance. It's mostly, it's almost as if you are under a spell, you're under an illusion that you are failing, when in reality, the opposite of that behavior is shown in front of other people. People see you as a wonderful listener, a creative force, an artistic generator, and you are actually quite intelligent and thoughtful in your everyday conversations. But you might be putting yourself down due to a problem here with the way in which you perceive yourself. You're perceiving yourself less worthy than. And we have here the 9 of crystals blocked, and we see here the clarification is narrowness. So this could be a narrow-minded approach. You're stuck in some sort of mindset that is no longer helping you out. For example, there could be a cognitive dissonance between how you're feeling and how other people are perceiving you, which is positive. But then mentally, you keep bringing yourself down with the things that you entertain, with the mindset that you keep. I think almost like it's like your mind, instead of aligning itself to your feelings and to your current circumstances, your mind is stuck in some sort of past pattern where you would almost like self-flagellate yourself with your thoughts. But you have outgrown those circumstances. Your life has changed for the better. Things are actually really good in your work. I feel that you will be able to bring in more projects through the power of your words, through the things in which through the way in which you communicate about your creative ideas with other people. There is a sense of annoyance, of irritation, of things constantly interfering with you that is creating this miasma of negativity around your mind, around your thoughts. It's blocking your intuition from time to time. And it's also making you feel as if you are less worthy than. I like this card blocked. I'm not going to unblock it for you. You will overcome this period of inner conflict, nightmares, worries, self-doubts, and limiting fears. These are mostly stemming from, as I said, there is a lack of balance and accordance between what is actually your reality at work at the moment, which is really good, and the thoughts that you have kept entertaining for a while now, thoughts that are keeping you stuck in negative past patterns of behavior. It's almost as if your mind is being overwhelmed by the past, while your body, your circumstances in your life in the present are actually growing. So there might be this juncture between what you think is possible and how you actually perceive or are perceived by other people. I hope that this is clear enough. Let me just see the bottom of the deck. What are you walking away from? You're walking away from doubt, from passivity, you are going to become more dynamic and you're going to start making things happen. I love to see this card blocked. You will no longer be asked to sacrifice something. Let's find out right now what the biggest challenge is. I feel like this whole reading has been about a challenge, but let's see what the Sibyl's Oraculum clarifies. Avarice. You're holding on to money too tightly. You're also feeling quite impulsive. You want things to happen quicker and faster than they are meant to. Patience and generosity is advised for you to unlock this energy that is kind of keeping you in a loop of suffering at work. You are doing really well. You don't have to worry. Let me move the camera so you see all of the cards more clearly. But you have to share yourself. You have to loosen up your purse a little bit. Give gifts, give compliments, give people a cup of coffee, a cup of tea. Listen to other people. The more you are stuck in your own mind, the more the worries and the doubts will increase. Let's see what the runes have to say right now. Yes, exactly. Scorpio energy, transformation, the yew tree, Iwas. Iwas is a very mystical rune. Some people are actually arguing whether it exists or not. It is the energy of death and rebirth. It is about standing on a precipice and deciding whether I choose to grow or do I choose to self-terminate? Do I choose to self-destruct? I see you choosing life, but in order for you to be able to partake in life, you need to also enjoy being part of a collective, give to other people, and allow them to give to you. Giving and receiving is at the root of the law of prosperity. So don't keep things too tightly around you. Try not to hoard money without enjoying it. You are meant to live, you are meant to love, you are meant to be a little bit foolish from time to time. Even in your expenditure. And let's see, what is the quality that you need to adopt in order to overcome this impasse? Serenity, peace of mind. Make peace in your mind. Try to think in a more positive way, have positive conversations, bring people up rather than bring them down. You are meant to use your compassionate heart. You are meant to be quite accepting in this period and to live well within your means, to feel contented, to give to other people, to allow other people to give to you, and to understand that actually things are much better in reality than they appear to be in your mind. So I think that the overall message is get out of your mind, my love, because you're doing really well at work. And I see that more creative collaborations are coming your way. It's just a narrow-minded type of thinking that needs to be overcome. You need to transform it and understand that actually there is a lot of growth and there is a lot of wealth and there is a lot of inner peace that is available to you at the moment, should you be willing to experience it and let go of the sense of doom and dread that I think you have picked up from alarming messages from your environment. This is the reading that I had for you. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like, please comment down below, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I love to have you here. Take care, Group 1. Bye. Hey Group 2, this is a reading for those of you that were drawn to the Celtic Tarot. Let's find out what your career energy is at the moment. We have the Five of Swords blocked. We have the King of Swords, okay. And we also have the Six of Wands. Well, I see very clearly here that you're recovering from a series of arguments with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, an older person than you. It might be that this is a boss, somebody in a position of authority, somebody that somehow held some financial or material power over you. There has been a disagreement regarding values, regarding the proper way to do things, following etiquette, or maybe finishing up a protocol. I see that there has been some sort of social norm that was broken, and one of you felt like the other one was unfair and unjust. I see very clearly that out of this argument, you feel like you emerged like a loser, like a person that has no power to change anything. You also feel like your actions are blocked due to the decisions that were made by this rather manipulative King of Swords. This can be a person that used the my way or the highway kind of way in which to show you that you don't really have much power in this situation. I feel that this conflict and this argument was materialized because you've been struggling to really enjoy the work that you've been doing. You feel pressured into delivering things on time. Deadlines are ridiculous and you feel mentally overwhelmed. You would like to move on forwards, but you might need the money, so you feel a little bit constrained. If this is a situation where you are not in paid employment, you are studying, you feel like you have to grin and bear it until you finish your degree because too much effort, especially mental effort, has been invested in the situation for you to quit now. So it feels a little bit like a restricting situation, one in which you have to just endure, and it is actually leaving a mark on your capacity to feel healthy, to feel vital, to feel like you can enjoy freedom in your work or enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. This occupation could be related to reading, writing, exchanging information, social media, management. I see here a highly intelligent individual and a clash between an intelligent individual such as yourself and somebody who is intelligent, but they're using some sort of strategies that are beneath them. A low vibrational Gemini, Scorpio, or Scorpio. Whoa, why did I say Scorpio? It could be that in some cases you guys are dealing with a Gemini or a Scorpio, or a person that has both Gemini and Scorpio in their chart. But the other two signs I wanted to mention are Libra and Aquarius. Let's clarify. Thank you. Nine of Swords. So yeah, I would say definitely that this is an individual that through the things that they have been telling you, they have been creating a world of worries for you. There is also, I'm kind of getting the energy of cyber stalking, a person that could actually impose certain limitations on what sites you are capable of accessing online. There might be some sort of controls that this person has exerted on your computer, on your phone. Maybe they have tapped or wired your phones or your computer. This person has been keeping you like in a mental prison. But the beautiful part of the situation, and I don't want you to think that this is me making fun of you in any way by saying the word beautiful, there is a silver lining in the situation. And I feel that this is you realizing that all of this is talk. All of this is conversation at the level of maybe verbal abuse, verbal problems, arguments, and that you can easily just get out of this world of conversations, written accusations, by doing something that is more related to your body. Let me pull another clarifier. So what can group 2 do? You have to start feeling a bit more. It's really important for you to tap into a more organic, natural flow in your day-to-day routine. You have to do something creative as well. I feel like you're being stuck in some sort of karmic dispute with this individual because you are refusing to change. And the situation will only get worse up until the moment when you find the inner strength to say, you know what, I am done. I am actually going to take matters into my own hands and I will create my destiny. Up until that point, the situation will continue to feel like a painful 9 of Swords. You will feel a little bit mentally pummeled by this individual's words. In order for you to truly find the inner strength to rise above and challenge this person, there is a brand new emotional beginning, a creative, imaginative beginning coming into your life. You will feel as if you are enlightened. But before this enlightenment can happen, you're being dragged a little bit into this atmosphere of painful word exchanges and paranoia, thoughts, obsessive thoughts regarding, oh, is this person onto me? Is this person like wiring my conversations? Is this person controlling my access to social media or to the online environment? And you might even victimize yourself, thinking that, why is this happening to me? What have I done that is wrong? Another clarifies the Hermit. You are asked to pull back completely from the situation, whether this means quitting or completely getting a career break, or maybe even switching your modes of studies, your school of studies as well. This is up to you, and it is individual to your personal circumstances. This is a collective general reading, but I see very clearly here that more study is needed. Alone time is preferable in order for this beautiful new beginning to enter your life. You might be afraid of living. Oh, okay. I don't think that's a mistake. You might be afraid of living. You might generally be afraid of getting out of another person's control because you might not know what to do with the time that is offered in front of you. You would be faced with the unknown. You might find out that if you take time away from this painful situation, if you quit, if you leave a course of study, if you change something in your career, you will have a lot of free time, and you might be worried about that free time. How am I going to fill it up with? Will I be able to earn a living? Yes, you will get a beautiful idea that will come from your heart, and this idea will propel you into a deep period of work, study, and removal of social distractions. You could even write a book, you can create a website, you can create a video game. You can make something that you can then share with other people once you come out of your hermit cage, because the beautiful thing about the hermit is that the hermit retreats only to be able to create something that will then be shared with mankind. So I see that it is good for you to take a leap of faith in your career, to do something a little bit risque. It will pay off in the long run. But you have to be able to trust your instincts and to do something that feels good rather than just you think might be good for you, or it's the rational step ahead. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. What is the biggest challenge from the Sibyl's Oraculum? You're struggling with your sense of purpose at work. You don't really know what your life purpose is. Crows are really important omens for you in this period. If you hear a crow cawing next to you, if you see crows on the ledger of your window, this is a sure indication that, first of all, it might be a sign from the goddess Dhumavati, the goddess of death and transformation, to pay attention to when the crow appears to you, at what time of day, and in what mood were you when you heard the crow. Was it that you were entertaining negative thoughts? Were you feeling sick? Were you feeling bored and tired? Or was it during a moment when you were kind of rearranging your thought patterns and trying to be more hopeful, trying to come up with a plan of action to make yourself feel better? I see that the new sense of purpose will enter your career. Let's see what the runes have to say. Oh my goodness, Tiwaz. Choose your battles very carefully. This is the god Tyr, which appeared here to let you know that a warrior spirit is necessary, but you've been misusing this warrior energy. You might have applied it into a conflict, into an open conflict, a verbal conflict with this King of Swords, when in reality you need to take your badass energy and start making something that you can call your own. Sign up for your own business, go solo, have a number of personal experiences that help you grow in wisdom, strength, and confidence. The god Tyr is on your side. Do not delay. It is time for swift action. And finally, what card from the Secrets of Mystic Grove? Confidence, pride, pause, and assurance. I'm filming this under a sky that holds Jupiter in Aries conjunct Chiron in Aries. Yes, gaining confidence is painful in this period with Chiron, the wounded healer, conjunct the god Jupiter. But at the same time, if you move beyond the pain, or rather through it, at the other edge of this painful experience of having to let go of something that you thought was stable but was keeping you in a gilded cage, at the end of this choice lies true empowerment. But you have to risk in order to win. This is the only way you will be able to unblock the Six of Wands and walk victorious into a life that you genuinely enjoy getting up in the morning for, to do work that feels meaningful and full of purpose, and to feel like you are in control of the situation, like you're truly leading your ship towards a better territory, rather than picking arguments left and right with people that it's not in your own responsibility to change. So this has been the message. It's a little bit tough lovish, but indeed, better times are ahead of you. Confidence, pride, pause, and assurance is coming into your professional world. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, group 2. Make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe and comment down below for the engagement. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and listening to me today, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye. Hey group 3, this is for those of you that were drawn to this good tarot. Let's find out what your career energy is in this period. We have here the Six of Fires blocked. You might have come here from group 2. Group 2 had a similar card. We have the Queen of Fire. And we also have here the Page of Air. Okay. It's a much better energy than the one that I previously saw for the 2 other piles. I see here a very empowered individual, the Queen of Fire. This could be your energy. I see here an Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius woman in her ripe. A woman or somebody who identifies as female, somebody that is able to tap into her occult, shamanic abilities, a person that is creative, confident, and ready to manifest a lot of imaginative gifts and abilities. This is the card of an entrepreneur, somebody that is the head of her own business, of her household, a person that is in control of her finances and of her creative abilities, a person that recently could have earned some sort of qualification, a degree, could have finished a course of training that has empowered her and is now able to put this work into the service of other people. So I see here a culmination, I see here a graduation, I see a successful business undertaking. I feel that predominantly you will be solo in this endeavor. I don't see any collaborators, although I see here a Page of Air, which in some cases for some of you out there could mean a child. You might have a son or a daughter that is supporting you strongly with your work in this period, or just supporting you emotionally as you are needing to pour a lot of your energy into your work, into your professional life. Or this could be a friend. The Page of Air could also be a very chatty, talkative friend that is giving you the required information that you need in order to move forward with success in your business. In a couple of situations, I'm picking up on a different energetic strand, which tells me that for some of you, this could be having a very close friend, which also ends up being your accountant or some sort of media manager, somebody that helps you with communications. You might even hire an assistant to help you with answering emails and processing orders, or making sure that all the paperwork for your business is spick and span and everything is working as it should be. You are nonetheless, and I am now noticing that I made a small mistake, although I think that this has a certain purpose, a certain meaning. I don't believe in coincidences or mistakes, or what we perceive as mistakes. I think that they're all signs from spirit that there is something here I should pay attention to. I initially said that this is the Six of Wands, but now I'm seeing that it's the Nine of Fire. It's mostly because I saw the card reversed. Let's unblock this energy, because I feel that... Why did I feel like this is the Six of Wands? The Six of Wands talks about a victory. If it's blocked, it talks about a lack of victory, feeling as if you're defeated. But in this context, the Nine of Fire would talk about having to put up a fight for a long period of time and feeling like you are at your wit's end, feeling like you want to give something up. However, I feel that the victory is inherent in this struggle. It's really painful for you to keep fighting, to keep holding your ground on your own, but I would also urge you to not give up right before the miracle happens. I think this is why I interpreted this energy as the 6 and the 9. Now, 6 and 9, if you put them together, they create the glyph of Cancer. If you study the sign of Cancer, you would see that the symbol for the sign of Cancer is the 6 and the 9. So this talks about some things falling into place perfectly. It talks about a yin and yang kind of union, marrying your female energy with your male energy, or your divine feminine energy with your divine masculine energy. The Nine of Fire upright talks about not wanting to give up the fight. And I have carefully unblocked this energy for you because I would strongly recommend that you don't give up before you actually reach your crown and glory. You might be feeling less of a Queen of Fire at the moment. You could be feeling like you're defeated, vulnerable, drained of energy. but I want you to keep on working, keep on hustling, keep on grinding, because I feel that not only will you step up and you will reach a point when you will look back at everything you have accomplished and realize, oh my God, I have been working so hard. This has been so, like, such a strenuous undertaking in my life. But you will also receive the help of somebody around you, either a child or an assistant, a good friend that can help you manage everything that you want to achieve in your professional life. So I feel that the situation has been quite burdensome on you because you mostly had to go at it alone, and that is difficult for anyone in any kind of circumstance. But you have been navigating your business, you have been navigating your work with a sense of vigor, vitality, confidence, and creative discipline that you are not yet aware of. You will become aware of this energy in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Give it a lunar cycle. So maybe 4 weeks, maybe in a month's time, you're going to look back and you're going to start to feel like you are the Queen of Fire, not just think that you are it, or you will get a more optimistic energy entering into your life. God, it's so difficult to read your energy because I'm reading through so much self-doubt. I'm taking a moment to cleanse my breath and to center. I feel that this is exactly what you should be doing now as well. Pace yourself right before the finish line, right before the miracle happens. You will get this arcane glimpse over the work you have been doing and how everything will return back to you. All the good work that you have been doing, if you haven't received yet a confirmation that people like it, that you are actually doing really good, you will receive it in the coming month. You will feel like this beautiful, sexy, empowered Queen of Fire. If you are struggling at the moment to barely make ends meet and to hold your professional life in check. I want to see right now what the Sibyl's Oraculum has to say about the challenges ahead of you in your professional life. We have Justice, Justitia blocked, and we have the Heart. There might have been some heart problems. You might have been suffering from heartburn, some problems breathing. There could have been a heartache that completely took a toll on your overall energy and vitality, and this has been negatively reflected in the outcomes you were able to produce at work. I feel like you've been unfairly treated, like life has been very difficult and has been bringing you too much to handle, too much to bear, like there are no balanced sides to this situation. You might be feeling as well like your life is all work and no fun, like there is nobody to truly love or give your heart to, like there is no space to allow another person to come in and share the joys and the sorrows of your life with. I feel like you will be able to overcome this challenge in the coming period because this Justice card is blocked. So this doesn't only talk about a feeling of being treated unfairly and a lack of overall justice in your life, but it talks about overcoming some legal problems. It talks about circumnavigating a kind of dangerous terrain where you might have been dealing with people that were trying to steal from you or take away from you, people that have tried to put you off balance and maybe might have even tried to like bring the evil eye or some negative spells upon you. Don't worry, because I feel that with all this fiery energy around you, you have been protected throughout all of this. You continue to have a guardian angel. You continue to radiate light, even if it might not feel like this because you are tired and worn out by all these unjust situations that you have been put through. Let's see right now what the runes are telling us. So for group 3, Ansus, what was I saying about protection? So this is the card of the gods of the Aesir. This is the card that shows that you are under the protection of the divine. All you need to do is practice a bit more getting in touch with them. Keep asking the divine for help. Keep praying to your angels, ancestors, gods and goddesses, because they are listening to you. We see here the tree of life, Yggdrasil. We see here the two crows, whose names, sorry, but I could not remember them. I think it was Moonin and Gunin. I do apologize for this. I will brush up on my Norse mythology knowledge. But they are the two crows that assist Odin that sacrificed himself and parts of his body on the tree of life in order to reach the knowledge of the runes. So all of your sacrifices, all of your pain has been worth it. You are not being put through the ringer just because there is a merciless God that is engaging in acts of cruelty against you. No, this is for your higher becoming. This is to hone you into the beautiful, confident queen of fire that you are actually growing into. But sometimes, as they say, we have to go through the growing pains in order to reach the pleasurable outcome at the end of the line. And then another adventure will begin, and then we will be put through the ringer again. So are the ways of life. And challenging them is almost like challenging your own humanity. I wouldn't recommend getting into it. So I want to see what attitude do you need to adopt in order to overcome this period. I do see that all in all, your reading is actually much lighter than the previous two were. I see here secrets, whispering, confidences, and sharing. Indeed, I feel like the primary problem has been you needing to go at it alone. It's almost like you were expecting some people to be by your side, and unfortunately they might not have been. They might have even backstabbed you or walked away from you or put you in compromising situations. But now a true friend is coming in, a person that you can finally talk about everything you have been through, a confidant, in some cases even a paid professional like a counselor or a therapist will help you in this period to reach your own divinity and spiritual balance, to actually understand that you have been growing so beautifully even as you were faced with very limiting and tiresome life circumstances. This is the reading that I had for you, Group 3. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please like this video. Please comment down below. Make sure you are still subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much for listening, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye. Hi, Group 4. Welcome to your career reading. This is for those of you who are drawn to the Illuminated Tarot. If you hear something in the background, it's just gentle rain falling on the top of my window. So let's find out what is your energy in your career. The Five of Swords blocked, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Ten of Wands blocked. Interesting, because the Five of Swords appeared for Group 2, if I'm not mistaken, but it was in the context of being near the King of Swords, while here for you we see it near the King of Wands. There seems to be a lot of conflict in the collective at the moment, and if you are female, it could be that there is something here about conflict between genders at work, in the public sphere. There might be some power imbalances that are negotiated at work through verbal attacks or verbal disagreements. I feel that, however, you've been holding back from this conflict with this Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius older individual, potentially a boss, a mentor, a teacher, somebody that has quite a large ego, but is nonetheless quite caring at the same time. So it's almost like you are aware that this individual can help you, but you also don't like the fact that he is a bit too impulsive, a bit too fast, and eager to jump into activities without reflecting a bit on what exactly is he asking of his employees, what exactly is he asking of his students, if this is a study related situation. I am reading here for a large collective, guys. So I feel that you've been holding off from having a conflict with this King of Wands, and I feel that this is actually an honorable undertaking. You've been picking your battles, but I do want you to be mindful of the fact that you might internalize this aggression, and instead of actually putting it into words in an assertive way, which would be the healthy choice, you are turning it against yourself, and it's it could lead to a certain imbalance inside of you. It could lead to some sleep disturbances, some weird eating habits, some energetic lows, because you are not acting on the energy that is available to you. You're more like repressing it for fear of conflict or escalation. I feel though that this has been draining you. I see here a very tired individual, an individual that is mostly listening and doing what this King of Wands wants, but at the same time, you're not really fulfilling your true potential. I feel like it's almost like in this context, you might be feeling a little bit like a puppet on strings, and you're just trying to be pleasant, you're just trying to be obedient, you're just trying to fit in, you're trying to not rock the boat. I'm seeing right now if I should open the cards or not. Yes, I see overall that you are very, very tired. Like there's barely any energy to pick up and continue the reading with. But nonetheless, I will continue. I'm not giving up on this, and neither should you give up on yourself. I want to see what you are actually leaving behind. Oh, you're leaving behind something that was actually good for your heart, something that was making you happy. I see here writing. I see here having some sort of control over your professional life. You might have needed to cut back corners. You were maybe engaged in a creative endeavor that you really enjoyed, in a course of study that you really enjoyed, but you had to let this go to accept a job that could be led by this King of Wands, King of Fire. And at the moment, you're feeling so crushed, you're feeling depleted and energetically bound into this contract with this individual that you have somehow surrendered your power and energy to. I want to pull another card for you. Let's see. The King of Cups. This King energy could also represent your own energy. So in the world of work, if you are a woman, you might be asked to emphasize or bring out or express more your masculine energy. The world of work brings out the masculine energy in all of us, since we are asked to finish outcomes, to be proactive, to compete, to finish a lot of things on time, and to be very confident and be very extroverted. However, I don't really feel that it is a good outcome for you to move from one boss to another. I'm a little bit conflicted with this energy, I have to say. What is happening here? Because we see here two kings, the King of Wands and the King of Cups. And it's almost as if you want to give up the world of work to get married, thinking that this will actually be the solution to your situation, relying on the emotional support of another person and potentially even the financial support of a person that provides for you. Because the King of Cups is the provider. I know that some tarot readers might see the King of Pentacles as the provider, but for me the King of Cups is the father and the provider. Another card. Yes. Exactly. I feel like this is what you are thinking of at the moment. You're too tired to continue working. You want to somehow settle a foundation where you might decide to be a stay-at-home parent rather than to participate in the area of paid employment. Will this be something good for you, a good undertaking? I see that it will make you feel more stable. I see that you will definitely enjoy being a wife, being a spouse. I am saying wife because the majority of my readers are female, as my analytics are showing me. So I can see very clearly here that this could apply predominantly for those of you that are female or identify as females, because we have the Queen of Coins here. And she is this Taurus, Virgo, Capricornian energy, a very traditionally minded individual that could be a little bit stressed out by having to work for a living and might enjoy using her energy better at home to take care of the house, to prepare meals and make sure that the family is nourished, and to help raise a family. You might see this as a more worthy occupation of you than paid work, or being outside in the world trying to make a living. And that's perfectly fine. I feel that love might be in the cards for you, but you might actually need to be proactive in this area of life. You saw me picking the cards rather than them just falling off the deck. So you might need to do some digging in your past for an opportunity with a Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio that got away from you, or that you might have said no to, believing that you preferred instead to carve a career. It could be that the previous Mercury retrograde that we're coming out of might have made you reassess your life goals. It might have happened in a 10 square to your sun or conjunct your sun, and it made you reevaluate your goals. You thought that work and career is what you wanted. You are actually engaged in it and you understood that you don't like it. It's not for you. It's draining you of life force. And you might want to reconsider your life purpose and try to reorient yourself towards the domestic sphere, to try to find a partner that you would be happy to work for, a partner that you would be happy to nourish, and to sustain a family of your own. Let's see right now what the cards are asking, or basically what they are clarifying more in this context, because I am a little bit worried with the Four of Wands blocked there. It does seem like there is little stability in your life right now, and you might be chasing stability in a connection rather than in your own skills. But let's see. Sibyl's Oraculum, what is the challenge for group 4? What is the challenge for group 4? Submission. Oh my goodness, that's exactly what was hovering over this whole reading, but I couldn't actually put it into words. Submission, obedience, wanting to conform, wanting to do exactly what other people are telling you. This is the challenge. This is the problem, I would say. You see here a boat trying to be steered clear off of those rocks. There's a lot of fear, You're allowing fear to guide your decisions, to guide your professional choices. And potentially something has happened at work that might have spooked you. It could have been something that this King of Wands might have done out of arrogance or out of an extreme boost of confidence and self-assurance. This person could have taken a risk that completely made you recoil. And now you find it very hard. You find it very hard to continue with how things are. You want to submit to a traditional kind of law or a traditional social norm that might tell you that you are better off being a domestic. But I want to be sure that, there's nothing wrong with earning your living, or there's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home parent. I just want to be sure that this is exactly what you really want, and it's not something that you are making a compromise out of just because you are encountering some problems in your work. And that's the challenge. That's what I want you to be aware of, okay? Let's see what the runes are saying. Yes, Berkana. So this talks about a period in your life when you will actually find a more softer flow. I feel like you will allow the women in your life to be around you. You are thinking of getting pregnant or adopting a child. You're thinking about starting a family of your own. So I would say that this is something you would submit to gladly. I think that this is something that you've always wanted to do. You tried the professional path. It's not for you, and that's perfectly fine. Professional success is not for everyone. Not all of us are destined to be go-getters and achievers, no matter what capitalism tells you. And I feel like you want to give in to something that has been pulling at your heartstrings for a while. And this is the fact that you might choose to become a mama. You might choose to be a parent and make this your whole goal, the purpose of your existence. I am holding a finger on this card because YouTube is very weird lately with all of these censorship rules. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these two cards one on top of the other. Although there is nothing wrong with female breasts, and I just want you guys to know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with nudity. Now, let's see. One more card. What is the strategy that will help you to overcome this challenge? So we have here seeing things differently, uniqueness, roles, and variation. Paradoxically, it might be that you adopting the traditional approach, being the parent that stays at home and nurtures, could be something that you are actively trying to think it's unique and rebellious. Maybe all of your friends are careerists and all of your friends are telling you that you should go out there and get your coin, but actually all you want is to nurture a family into being. You go and you do you because that is what will make you happy, and this is the time to do it. Unity, connectedness, harmony, and equilibrium. This is a time to actually create bridges with people from your past, especially with that Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio that you might have separated from. I feel that there might be a reunion or reconciliation, and if you never had a boyfriend or you never considered adopting this route, I feel like there will be somebody appearing to you during Pisces season from the moment when you watch this reading. So pay close attention to whatever your heart is telling you you need to be doing, because this is the time to actually put it into practice. So this is the reading that I had for you, group 4. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Like this video, subscribe, and I thank you very much for your attention, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye bye. Hey group 5, welcome to your career reading. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Muse Tarot. Let's find out what your career energy is. Okay, we have the 10 of Voices, the 6 of Materials, a lot of blocked energies, the Sun, I'm happy to see this, and the 7 of Inspiration. Well, whatever you're going through, and it seems like a lot, I'm here to let you know that the outcome is going to be splendid, spectacular even. You're going to regain your thirst for life. You're going to break out of self-imposed limits. You're going to feel victorious. I feel that you're really worried about money. Predominantly, these are your main concerns at the moment. You might be feeling like all the past actions you have undertaken in your career have led you into a cul-de-sac, a dead end. It's almost like you're not able to understand what logically went wrong. You are constantly wondering if it's something wrong with your mind, if you are manifesting negative outcomes. I'm here to let you know that it's not. I feel that predominantly what is happening here is that... Give me a second. There's a block here. What is happening? What is this block about, Spirit? What is group 5's energy dealing with at the moment? There is a karmic process happening here. You are being momentarily blocked from receiving a sum of money because you made somebody suffer in the past. And I feel that this is a woman. You might have said something that truly made another person feel awful. And this is why at the moment you are being blocked from having the wealth and the abundance that you think that you deserve, or that you have actively worked towards earning. I do feel that with the 7 of Inspiration blocked here, you are slowly coming out of this period of blocks, limits, and feeling like you are creatively limited in some way. There is a feeling of censorship, of not being able to speak up and defend yourself, or not being able to do the things that you wanted to do. I feel like in the past you were able to express yourself with fewer limitations and fewer blocks than you are able to do so at the moment. I'm going to unblock these cards, the 6 of Materials and the 7 of Inspiration. I feel that the challenges you have been going through have taken a toll on your capacity to talk in a kinder, compassionate, smoother way, and this could have had the consequence of maybe unconsciously hurting somebody, and now you are going through this karmic loop where whatever you have done or said specifically, because I think this is about something you have said to a woman that crushed her, that karma is coming back in the form of blocks in your capacity to be able to reap the benefits of your actions in your profession. It's just a temporary cease hold. It will lift and you will be able to feel optimistic and connected to the divine again. This is just a period where you have to be patient and to endure, because there have been certain negative consequences due to the situation with that woman. I don't think that this is anybody working against you. And if you feel that this is somebody maybe casting a spell over you, maybe messing with your energy, this is just the consequences of you not having integrated your shadow, because in your shadow lies the shame that you might have experienced momentarily when this negative conversation happened with this individual that you inadvertently hurt. But that's okay. We all make mistakes. I know for sure I do them in my work as well. And you are able to rise above the situation. It's just that momentarily you're placed in a karmic stronghold, as I like to call it. So a period of time where you just have to go through some of the things that might happen to you, much like you might have done them to other people in the past. I want to pull another card for you right now. Could you clarify the sun? If we are to focus on the most positive card here, the moon. So you will receive some sort of help from a mother and a father figure. I feel that at the same time, you might be able to be released out of this karmic stronghold by the blessing of love. You could meet an individual, most likely a Cancer or a Pisces, a water sign individual, that will enter into your life around a full moon to give you some sort of romantic soothing. You might start dating, you might start liberating your energy from this negativity, from this self-doubt, from, it's not even self-doubt in this case, it's more like a guilty conscience. Let's call it as it is, a guilty conscience. You will be freed from this shame, from this guilt, by the fact that you will fall in love with somebody new will enter into your life, and it will completely reset your energy. It will make you feel more open, more compassionate, more loving, more kind. I feel like you could even cry with happiness, which will help you release a lot of the energetic debris that has been clogged up in your aura due to this unfortunate circumstance with this person. For a small number of you, you are crying over the loss of a mother figure or somebody that felt like a very close and dear intimate friend. You might have lost this individual due to some sort of freak accident that you were not able to foresee. You were not there. You were not able to help this individual that meant the world to you. And you're trying to recover from the consequences of that painful loss. And that's why you temporarily might have put your work and your profession on hold, because you needed to heal from that loss, from that deep pain. And this deep pain is going to continue to be healed in your life by the arrival of this new romantic opportunity that the full moon is going to bring into your life. That will bring you a lot of joy, and it will liberate your heart energy. And by consequence, when we are feeling happy and aligned and our inner fire is stoked and burning bright, we are also able to attract more wealth, more opportunities, more chances for creative work in our life. So I see that this is what's going to happen. It's just a period in which you are placed right now in some sort of karmic stronghold, or you are needing to deal with the side effects of losing a friend or a mother figure, somebody that felt like a very close, intimate partner in your life. This could have even been a romantic partner. You might be bisexual. I see here that a male could enter in your life, but I see here the loss of a female. So take which of these scenarios apply to you. Again, it's a collective reading, not a personal reading, but I see very clearly that the sun will enter into your life. You will be seen for the true contender that you are. Your skills will be appreciated once more. Your abilities will come back into more a dynamic flow if you have been feeling stuck or blocked, and you will be able to earn more money. As you generously give money to other people and you give of your energy to other people, you will be able to bring yourself back on a flow of prosperity, or into a flow of prosperity like you were able to take advantage of in the past. Now, let's see what the cards have to say, the oracle cards. For the Sibyl's Oraculum, what is the main challenge? Although I feel like this whole reading has been about this challenge. Lust. Oh, okay. So for some of you, this has been a complication related to some sort of sexual innuendo, some sort of boundary was crossed at work between you and this female that had to deal with sex, that had to deal with desire, that had to deal with maybe you making some inappropriate remarks, or some inappropriate remarks were made onto you. I feel like learning to control your lower needs was essential in this situation, and this is the lesson that you're walking with out of this entire scenario. Let's find out right now what the runes are saying. Oh yeah. Ewas, the horse. So a counterpart, you've been trying to look for love at work. You've been looking through the list of available people. Maybe the situation happened because there was a power imbalance. Maybe you were in a situation where you adored a mentor or a person adored you and you thought it could turn into something romantic, but in the end it ended up being a missed opportunity sexually, one that had some negative professional repercussions in your work. However, I see that you are well on the line to meeting a soulmate. Eros talks about this kindred spirits energy of having usually two horses coming together. That's the symbol of the M. Maybe this person that will enter into your life next has a name whose first letter is M. I see very clearly here that you're doing some deep maternal healing. You're healing your connection to your mother as well. You're moving forward in this area of life. You're noticing some progress. This could be a 4th house in astrological transits issue. Saturn could have been there. Pluto might be preparing to enter your 4th house. Maybe you have your Venus return in your 4th house, or Mars in Gemini, which has been retrograding for quite a large number of days now, has been happening in your 4th house, reorganizing your inner landscape, your inner world, and your relationship to your feelings. So don't worry if this was a compromising opportunity that you walked out of, some sort of sexual and romantic innuendo that ended up pretty badly. This was meant to be. You had to go through this uncomfortable experience, but you will soon meet a romantic counterpart that will feel like a kindred spirit to you. Ewas guarantees this energy. And final card that we have here is, what kind of attitude do you need to adopt to walk freely out of these challenges? The council, the group meeting, and advisors. You can rely on the support of your social group. If you have a group of followers, if you have a forum, if you have a group of people that you work with, a team that you've created, rely on their help. Talk to them, ask them for advice. Don't proceed alone. You are meant to rely on the help of other people in this period rather than just go at it alone, solo, and independent. This is a period in your life when your vulnerabilities might be spiked. You might be going through a lot of karmic events and you need the help and counsel of your soulmates. We have a variety of different soulmates, not only the romantic one that I see will be coming up into your life with the next full moon from the moment when you watch this reading, but you have a variety of helpful soulmates, neighbors, relatives, co-workers, friends that can help you in this period. So ask them for advice and see what they have to say in order to overcome these challenges. This is the reading that I had for you, Group 5. I hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe, and comment down below for the engagement. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to see you next time for my next reading. Bye bye. Hi, Group 6. Welcome to your career reading. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Let's find out what your career energy is. Okay. Sticky. It's a sticky situation. And I think this could be because you're crushing on somebody at work. There is some workplace situation with a person that reminds you on some deep unconscious level of a father figure. This person brings you a sense of stability, a sense of comfort. This can be a spiritual mentor, somebody that appeared in your life in the role of a professional, but in reality, if you dig deep, there is a soul pattern there that needs to emerge between you and this individual. They could be a potential soulmate that appears disguised as a boss, a co-worker, somebody that you rely upon, that you trust at work. This person is meant to help you become more stable financially, more confident in your skills and abilities. This person could even end up in a long-term commitment with you, whereby you create a legacy together, you work together, you collaborate together, you pool all of your resources together, and you contribute to society in a meaningful way. This is beautiful energy. I have to tell you, this is the most beautiful energy out of all of the piles that I had for you today in this reading. I see here a 4 of Cups. You feel like you have, sorry, this is a 6 of Cups, not a 4. It's because the reversal tricked me. I'm reading Roman numerals reversed, so yeah, it could be a bit of a challenge for anyone. The 6 of Cups blog talks about some sort of missed opportunity with a person that brings familiarity to you on a soul level. The Six of Cups upright is nostalgia, melancholy, dreaming of the past, of the better times, of the good old days when you were a child and you were carefree and you were protected by those around you. I feel like this is a feeling you're trying to recreate with this father-like figure. Number 5. Oh, I have a problem with Roman numerals in your reading. It could be that some things, when you see them face value, they are actually different. I see also a woman taking her mask down, and I see a doe in the background. I feel like in your professional role, you could resonate with Group 4's reading. In your professional role, you don't feel so fulfilled as you would be fulfilled in a more domestic role, in a more private setting. I feel like you've always wanted to just be a parent, and you wanted to be a spouse. And basically being engaged in paid work and working towards a career is just one way of you reaching that goal. It's not the ultimate goal. So I see very clearly here a beautiful, bright, stable, confident individual that is actually wanting to retreat into the private sphere, to become more domestic, to take care of a family and make that the center of your life rather than just having a career that would make you feel fulfilled. I feel like you might not find that as appealing. We have here bringing heaven on earth. This is the equivalent of the Page of Pentacles. So there is a new beginning. You're going to shift something in your work, and I think this could be trading your current profession for a more private occupation, for being a stay-at-home parent, for nurturing a family into being, and for not really participating so much into the public sphere. I don't think that you're a person that feels very comfortable exchanging with energies with a lot of people on a daily basis. I think you could be quite shy, introverted, delicate, sensitive if you have chosen this pile. If this doesn't resonate, click away, click on another of the piles that I have created here for you. There are 6 options to choose from. So I feel that very soon, if not already, this father-like energy will enter into your life, a person that brings with it the energy of the High Priest, the 5th card in the Major Arcana, potentially a Taurus or somebody born at the end of April, beginning of May, a person that has this fatherly energy, a very strong provider attitude, a person that is responsible to a fault, enjoys the simple things in life, and keeps it uncomplicated. A man that goes to work, brings home the bacon, and takes care of his family, enjoys simple family celebrations, good traditional food, and likes to maintain the status quo. And I feel that you will find a lot of stability in such a connection with this individual that is able to provide you with the monetary and financial means for you to take those resources and transform them into growth, emotional protection, and nourishment for your spouse and any children you might have out of this liaison. I see as well that there are some pent-up feelings that you're trying to repress. I feel that you might have repressed your nurturing abilities in an effort to prove yourself on the job market, in an effort to prove to other people that you are strong and independent and you don't want necessarily to rely on the help of a partner. But your soul tells me a different story. It tells me that you might actually want to have some sort of fulfilling family life, that this is what gives meaning to your life, that this is what would make you feel happy to wake up to, a reality in which you can care more than be active in the public sphere, where you can be surrounded by familiars rather than people that are strangers and that you have to help on a reasonable, rational basis. I see here as well that this will be something that you will be able to achieve. I feel that you have all the resources necessary for you to bring this dream into being. The only thing that you need to work on is your relationship to what you desire, your relationship to what is being offered to you. I feel that if a proposal comes your way, you would do well to listen to your heart when finding an answer to that proposal. And I feel that if you have an interested male energy around you that wants to couple up with you, that wants to make you his own, I feel that you can safely trust this individual and go ahead with your desire to start your own family and become a little bit more stable in a long-term commitment. This will be something that will bring many benefits to you and will make you feel quite safe and centered in your life. Now let's see what the challenge part is. We see here Scorpion, aggression, vida batur. You might be worried about domestic violence. You could be concerned about giving your power away to one person only and this person having financial dominance over you. You might have heard all sorts of negative tales about other women or other people being locked into the situation. And I am saying women because the majority of my viewers are female from what my YouTube analytics are telling me. So I feel that you could be worried or scared of these tales of woe that you have been absorbing from people around you, other women, the media, the culture in which you grew up in. And you're worried about betrayal, you're worried about your potential future husband cheating on you and leaving you with no money and no prospects and opportunities. Now, let's see what the runes are saying. So that's the challenge. The challenge is working with aggression, finding a way to channel your own desires and your own drive and not being afraid to make decisions that could feel a little bit riskier in terms of trusting another person and organizing your life around the principle of care rather than productivity. So we have here Ingwas, and Ingwas is a rune of protection. It does talk about this beautiful opportunity, this nest egg. You are able to actually create what you want. Everything is coming into place. This talks about divine harmony and balance. You see, the sides are all perfectly fitting. Whatever was lacking will fall into place. I would say that it is worth it to consider reorienting yourself professionally, because even being a parent, even staying at home, requires a lot of work and energy expenditure. Staying at home and taking care of children is sometimes as difficult, if not even more difficult, than entertaining a paid opportunity for a company or for an academic institution, so on and so forth. So you will be able to work. It's just that the conditions of that work will be established in the privacy of your own understanding with your spouse. And you would need to negotiate and find an arrangement that is good for you as well, that will make you feel like you are, like your work is valued and like you're being appreciated in some way, shape, or form. So I see that Ingwas here is actually a very positive rune. It's a positive indication that whatever challenges you perceive might happen in your choice to reorient from the professional world to the domestic sphere, they will be solved. You won't need to worry so much. It could just be that your destiny is to bring a family into being, and you shouldn't shy away from whatever your heart is telling you, if this is what you feel, if this is resonating with you too. So what kind of attitude do you need to adopt in order to overcome this challenge, overcome your fear of aggression, maybe male aggression, maybe domestic aggression? We have here tenacity, number 33. Don't give up, persevere. Don't let other people tell you what to do. With dedication, determination, and a stubbornness to actually create the best family that you have ever experienced in this reality, this will actually happen. You need to align your thoughts to your heart, to your actions, and to go for it and take a risk and plunge into this romantic opportunity with this wonderful spiritual person that is also going to give you a lot of material wealth. So I feel that you are safe enough to proceed forward with this reorientation of your work energy and move it from the public sphere to the private sphere, if this is indeed what you think would make you happy. I see that the cards are saying that yes, this will be something that will be beautifully achievable for you, and that in spite of the fact that you see this challenge, this aggression coming up to the surface, you'll be able to overcome it with a lot of harmony and with a lot of equilibrium, with a very determined mindset and a very stubborn attitude to bring into being the best relationship ever, to have the best family ever, whatever that means. but you have a personal understanding of what that means for you, and you should bring that into being. You should manifest it. I see a lot of positive energies here. As I said, this is one of the most beautiful readings that I had here today for you. All you need to do is overcome the fear of received knowledge, the fear that whatever happened to other women might happen to you, because I see that in this context, it's far from the truth of what you will experience in the future. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, Group 6. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to like, to subscribe, and comment down below for the engagement. And I cannot wait to see you for my next one. Bye bye.